Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Last week I uploaded a short care, mainly skincare reviews video, and I told you that I will try to do something like that for makeup products. So I have 10 makeup products here, or makeup related products with me, and I have mentioned few of them in some past favorites videos, but I wanted to give you a more in-depth review, still relatively short, although we all know that this video will be certainly longer than half an hour. And I just want to make a note before I forget it. I had some problems with last week's video. The last few minutes of the video were corrupted, although everything was fine with the footage when I filmed, and I also thought that everything was fine with the editing, but then when I uploaded it on YouTube it just stopped abruptly, and I had already deleted the original footage, so I could not do anything about that. But it was myself raving about how much impressed I am with the Bliss Splash Mask. So for this reason I decided to make a blog post about it. It will either already be up or it will be shortly up after this video. I will have the link down below, and I suggest that you will go and check it out, because this is certainly one of the best skincare products that I have tried lately. So let's dive in. I try to include a variety of different stuff, and hopefully I managed to succeed that. So I will start with some base products, and I'm starting with this, which is quite of an infamous product. It's from Marc Jacobs, and it's the Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. So when I got this primer, I think I got it from Paris, I'm not completely sure, or I'm almost definite that I got it from Paris since quite some time now. So I have heard that this could be a dupe for the Hourglass primer that I adore, and I think it's one of the best, if not the best, primers out there, like high-end. And this is not a cheap product, it's quite expensive. Now it's also available in Switzerland, because Marc Jacobs, since quite some time, they're available in Manor, in Sephora, and it has 30 ml of product like all the primers, and it has no similarities with the Hourglass one. So that's how it looks. It doesn't smell so much like coconut or something. Not that this, maybe a bit, but not so intensely. So if that's a bonus or a minus for you, you should not be affected by it. It is a hydrating primer, this is true. This is a good thing about it, but for me it mostly stops there. So I don't feel like it smooths my skin so much. It has a tacky consistency, much more than the Hourglass primer, and maybe the tacky consistency also helps that your foundation will stick better on it. But it's not a bad primer, but it's certainly a disappointing one. And for this price, I wouldn't repurchase that. I mean, I bought it with my own money, and I will certainly not get this again, because really I was a bit underwhelmed. I don't think that it's a bad one, but it's certainly not a brilliant primer to just allow me to say, oh, I don't care how expensive it is, I need it. So this primer contains silicone dimethicone, and it has quite some silicones in the top of the ingredients list, but it doesn't feel so silicone as other primers. And it says 5 different coconut ingredients. Like, it has coconut fruit full of antioxidants and vitamins, coconut water for hydration, coconut milk to blur imperfections, coconut polysaccharides, and coconut extract that gives a bit of a natural fragrance. I mean, it has coconut in it, okay, and it's not a bad primer, as I said, and it's certainly a hydrating primer. So for me, that I'm normal to combination, I think that the days that I feel that my skin is drier, I like this primer a bit more. But if you have oily skin, or if you really don't have any dry spots, I don't think this primer will really impress you. So it doesn't have any parabens, sulfates and phthalates, which is great, and it has some cool ingredients, but I would say that it's a mediocre primer, certainly for this price. So next I have a foundation and a CC cream. I will talk you first about the CC cream, that it's a relatively new product and I have never mentioned it in a video besides the recent haul that I got it. I also got this from Paris. This is by Erborian. This is a French Korean skincare brand, and it's the CC cream with Centella Asiatica, and it's the high definition Radiance face cream skin perfector broad spectrum SPF 25 sunscreen. I love the packaging. It also came in this cool holographic box, if you remember. It has 45 ml of product, and well, there the good things finish. It has really cool ingredients, and that's why I really wanted to try this, because Erborian is quite of an infamous brand, and I wanted to use one of their products. The problem is this CC cream, which is only one color fits all, turns me into an Oompa Loompa. I'm completely orange when I wear this. Like, I wear this, and I don't know how many of my subscribers are Drag Race fans, but I put this on and immediately I saw my face in the mirror, and then it's like I heard Alyssa in my head calling me, "Girl, look how orange you look." It's like, I was literally an Oompa Loompa, and I don't understand how this could fit any skin tone actually, because it's not that it is just darker, but it's just completely orange. So I was quite disappointed with this, to be completely honest. I wore it in the house and I left it on, and I wanted to see how it will turn out to be. And if you put on more makeup and some powder and everything, you can somehow make it work. But when I plan to get a CC cream, it's mainly because I just want to have it when I wear less makeup, and I want a more natural result, and I want a lot of skincare benefits, and I certainly don't want to look orange. So I don't know what I will do with that. I mean, it says it helps to boost radiance, protect, hydrates, and camouflages dehydration, fine lines, refine appearance. It did all that, but it turned me into an Oompa Loompa. So I was a very hydrated and smooth Oompa Loompa. So if your natural color is orange, this is a great product, but I cannot think someone that could really like this. I was disappointed with this, and it was also expensive. Next I have a very budget-friendly product, and this is a favorite one. I have shown this in a favorites video. This is the newest, I think, foundation from Catrice, and it's the AG Liquid Coverage Foundation. I love this. This, oh my god, maybe I need to use more of these lightweight foundations that come with droppers like that. This is, it says mattifying, it says that it has a second skin effect. I'm wearing it today, I'm wearing it in most of the videos and most of the days. I will soon need to go and get another one. It is so good, it is not oily, it is lightweight. It is long lasting, surprisingly, for how lightweight it is, and it is not very thick. It will give you a medium coverage, I believe, and you can build it on more, but I usually don't need to. So I always use concealer with my foundations. I prefer to use a concealer than to create and put on a mask. And this really works, and also it looks quite decent on camera. So this is one of the few foundations that I feel that, unless I have like a breakout or something, that I feel, okay, my skin is camera ready somehow, but it's also quite natural and normal, and I can just go out for a coffee after filming this without needing to take off some of the coverage so that I will feel more natural. So I really love this. I think this has become one of my favorite foundations. I'm wearing the lightest shade, 010 Light Base, and I will definitely repurchase that. I hope they will not discontinue it, because Catrice does this thing where I love this product and then suddenly it disappears. So I really hope, I love Catrice foundations, many of the ones that they discontinued, I also like them a lot, but this is the best I have tried, and I think it's becoming a staple. I mean, I'm grabbing of this foundation all the time. The only time that I'm not using it is when I'm traveling, because it's glass, and usually I avoid to travel with glass products with me. So that's the foundation, and I have one last base product here, and it's a powder that's also a relatively new purchase from Paris. This is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier powder, smoothing and brightening powder. This ones, then it's the colorless one. I don't know if they come with colors. It looks like that. It's a pressed powder without any color. It looks white. I am not a huge fan of powders. I prefer a more dewy result, and I will maybe use a more mattifying foundation in case I want my face to look more matte, because I feel very oily, than to powder that again and again. I use a powder to set my concealer. I usually use my Laura Mercier powder, but I decided to try this, and it works quite well. I like the fact that it's colorless. I don't like the ones that they also offer extra coverage, and I mainly put it on my T-zone and on my chin and everywhere, and it works. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything extra, and I'm happy with it. So I was very positively impressed with this one, and it's one of the best powders like this type that I have ever used. So this is by Huda Beauty, and it's the Textured Eye Shadow Palette Rose Gold Edition. I saw that to you also. This is also from a recent Paris haul, and I have been using it since then. I have used most of the shades, not every single one. I wanted just to give you a short review on it. I like this. It's not amazing. I said I have some problems with the packaging. I think it's expensive. For this price I would expect a better packaging. On the other hand, I think it gives quite a lot of colors. It has 18 shades in here. It has a lot of mattes. You will see that it's quite warm tone. It's very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, but it has quite a few differences. As I had said in the previous video, the Modern Renaissance palette I love. I absolutely love it. And this, the shadows are a bit stiffer, they are a bit less powdery, so they have less kick off when you use them, but they're still blending very beautifully. I have not used every single shade, like this Flamingo Pink I have not used yet, but I have used most of the crease colors, or these darker browns and orange, and there are some colors that I like a lot. I love this bossy one a lot. I also love this Psy one a lot. A problem that I have with this palette is that there is no light enough shade for me to use it completely on its own. And usually I don't care, because as I have said, I have a lot of palettes, So it's not a problem for me if a palette is not a completely standalone palette, but this is a very chromatically themed palette. So sometimes I get these crazy Urban Decay palettes and they don't have like a good color for the brow bone, and then I said, okay, I will just get another one in, but they are very colorful, they have a huge variety of shades. This is a very warm, neutral, red, rose gold theme palette, and I think it's supposedly made to be a standalone palette, and I think that's the reason that they put these two lighter shades here. I just don't believe they're light enough. And as for the texture shadows, I love Angelic a lot, but I'm not sure Angelic is a texture shadow or just a shimmer shadow. It's one of the most beautiful colors I have seen. It's a beautiful rose gold. The other ones are a bit of an issue to apply. I understand the reviews from many people. I apply them with my fingers. I have not applied them with a brush. I have not tried because I've heard that it's easier to apply it with the fingers, and I know that this is something that many people don't like, but I apply them with my fingers and they work, but they don't last so extremely long as I would like them. And while the mattes perform very beautifully, I still think that if I had to choose between the two palettes, I'm happier with my Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but I like the fact that I got this one and I got to try it, and I will keep using it, and I have used it a lot lately, but it's not something that if you want a nice warm palette that has this more reddish theme that it's very popular lately, that I would tell you, get this one. It will cover you and it will be a nice standalone palette. I will insert some swatches here so you can see the colors and have also some impression for yourself. So that's with the Huda Beauty palette, and I have another palette that I recently got, and it's the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. If you remember, I have mentioned in the past, I also have the Beauty Killer palette, and I don't like it that much. I have the Beauty Killer palette, and I have the highlighter, the green one, and I will not get another one. And I have a lot of lipsticks. So I love his liquid lipsticks. I will not continue on that. And I like this palette. I really like the colors. I mean, some years ago I was so insisting on wearing only cool tones, and then I realized that, I mean, it helps also with the green hair now. It looks a bit nicer maybe, but I like using both cool and warm tones. So I am very attracted to these warm colors, although I wear a lot of cool tones still, especially on my face, but I love warm tones for my eyes. So I got the Androgyny palette because I was more attracted to the colors, and the Beauty Killer palette was not bad, but I mean the colors in the end, although I was so impressed and wanted it so much, they were a bit random for me, and it was not so easy to make some decent combinations, and so I got this. And this is certainly not a standalone palette, because let me know which of these you would use as your brow bone color. Certainly not this shiny gold one. So I love the packaging more, and it comes with a mirror, and it comes with 10 colors that you can see. Most are matte actually, and I can see only 2 clear shimmers in here. So yes, as it says on the website, they have the super matte formula and the metallic, and I think that only these 2 are metallics. And I will also put some swatches of this in the end, and you can see how the colors perform. I like it quite a lot. I think that the texture of the shades is nicer. I like a lot of the mattes. I love the metallics, they perform really wonderfully. I'm wearing this today. I like the military color because it gives a hint of this mossy green, but without making very like green the makeup that a lot of people don't like. I also like the poison one. I have not yet tried the swallow one, but I love the androgyny one. I love Fetish, and Safe Word is a very nice crease shade. So I love how these perform. It's not a standalone palette. I would like a lighter shade. I mean, even a metallic one, even if it was not a matte one, I could somehow make it work, but I would like something lighter. I don't know. I mean, I would prefer a lighter matte or lightly shimmery shade, but still, with this you can do a lot of looks, and it's a nice palette. I mean, it has improved since last time, and I am happy that I'm not unhappy that I got the Beauty Killer one, but for this I'm much happier. So here are the swatches of the shades, so you can see if you like them. But it's really, I understand what he says, that although it looks quite colorful, this is a neutral palette for Jeffree Star. Next I have a product that I'm very excited about. Actually, I think that most of the products that I'm showing you are relatively new, that I got in my last few hauls, which is good because then you have not heard about them in any of my favorites videos. So this is by Makeup Forever, and it's the Pro Light Fusion Undetectable Luminizer. So it's this new Pro Light highlighters by Makeup Forever that they were included in a duo together with a bronzer in the past. I think that was limited edition. They had this sand effect. I got the first one, the pink one. I love this. It comes with a mirror. The packaging is really good. It has 9 grams, which is very good. And these are so wonderful. I'm not wearing this because I didn't want to today. But you can see it's like blinding. This is a very nice highlighter, and I'm wearing it really most of the day since I got it. It has become one of my favorites. I still have a lot of highlighters that I think that they're as good or even better, but I really like this, and I love the color that it's pink, but not like too pink. And I think that this is certainly one of the best highlighters that are available easily in Europe, because also like there are the now the Anastasia Beverly Hills are also available in France and in some other countries, but not everywhere. Like this, the Becca, in some point in the future, I don't know yet when, so don't pressure me, I will film a video with some of my favorite highlighters because you're asking about this. But I think this Makeup Forever will certainly be included in this. And I have another Makeup Forever product that it is one of these Artist Rouge Matte Lipstick. It's the M200, and this, I love the packaging. I mean, the packaging is really cool. And it is a matte nude pinky shade. I mean, when I do nude, I usually prefer pinky shades as the person that wears Posh Spice today, but anyway, I like this one. I think that now I will wear it a bit more. It is quite pink, but not like this Barbie doll pink. It is very comfortable on the lips. It is not very long lasting, also for a nude, but it's also not a kind of lipstick that will leave in a unflattering way your lips, that it will just leave from the inside and just some parts of the lips will be covered with lipstick. It is fading gracefully, let's say. On the other hand, it's quite an expensive lipstick, and I think that you can find something similar with other brands that they are a bit cheaper. I mean, I love MAC lipsticks a lot, and their mattes, I mean, this is very comfortable for a matte, much more comfortable than the MAC ones. But if the comfort is not your problem, I think that certainly you can find some matte lipsticks that they are more budget friendly and they stay longer. On the other hand, this looks, I smudged it a bit so that you can see, I mean, it's a very beautiful shade. So I think that I don't know if I would try another lipstick from Makeup Forever. I think that it is not a bad one, but not one of the best lipsticks I have. And last makeup product, I have one more that it's makeup related. It is this. This is a finishing spray, a setting spray by Gerard Cosmetics. This is the Slay All Day setting spray. It has alcohol, it has dimethicone, it has fragrance, it has a lot of stuff that they are not perfect for your skin. But that's the case with all the setting sprays. That's something that you have to know. Setting sprays are not skincare friendly. They're just there to lock your makeup and help it last longer. And it does that. Is it as good as my Urban Decay one? No, I wouldn't say that. I bought this from Cosmetics Obsession. I think it is, if I remember correctly, certainly cheaper than the Urban Decay one. And I'm using it and I like it quite a bit, but am I so impressed saying that this is the best setting spray that I have tried? Certainly not. I'm also quite annoyed by the fact I got the lemongrass scent, which was my fault, but it makes me want to sneeze all the time when I spray it. It's not my favorite scent. I will certainly try another one in the future if I get it again. But it's not a bad product for any reason. I mean, I love the Urban Decay just so much. So it's not, it loses when you compare that to that. Next, I have some brushes. So a lot of you asked me to show you this, and I had posted it on Instagram when I got this as a present, and these are the unicorn brushes. These are by, I love this so much, these are by Unicorn Lashes. It's the company, it's a UK company, that it's the first company that made them before others start copying them everywhere. And it's a set that comes in this amazing case. And I know that this looks very gimmicky to a lot of you. I just wanted to give you a short review. I mean, for me, I love, like, this is a hollow brush case, so I love this. And I love hollow stuff and oily stuff and unicorn rainbow stuff since forever. I'm very happy that they are in trend, because now I can find more of the things that I like. I know that a lot of people don't like things like that, because they like their makeup stuff to look more serious, but for me, makeup is makeup. I mean, why do we need to look more serious anyway? I don't understand. Life is serious enough. So I love this bag a lot. This was a present from my friend Tommy, and it comes in with 10, if I remember correctly, brushes that I have used them all for a couple of weeks, and I decided to just give you an overview. So all the brushes have this kind of unicorn, iridescent, beautiful, pearly white handle, and then the hair is this pastel rainbow color hair, and I will just have my cheat sheet here to remember the names of the brushes, so I can talk you a bit about them. So the first brush is called Blending is My Cardio. It looks like that. It is a blending brush. They are nicely made. If you see them online, they look cheaper than they feel, My problem, especially with the eye brushes, is that they are so delicate. I'm afraid that if I do that, clack, they will just break, like if I touch it too hard, because this is really, really thin. So this is the blending brush. The next is the Flicky brow brush. I'm not so in love with this brush. I prefer for my brows, when I use a brow brush, that they are a bit shorter, the hair. And again, I have the same problem with how thin this is, but it is a well-made brush. Next, this is one of my favorite ones. It says Whip Me Away. So this is like a loose powder brush. It's amazingly soft, and I mean, now you can see this is a hair, but maybe this is the first hair that I see them set, which is very, very impressive. They also have the unicorn here. I mean, this is a very nice powder brush, and they don't feel so flimsy. Certainly I would not like try to break them, but usually my bigger brushes, I hold them from here, and here this is quite stable, so I like this brush a lot. And next I have the Chisel Cheeks brush. It's this kind of brush that you can use for contouring. Again, this is much sturdier, nicely well made. This was not difficult to clean, and I like the fact that it's not very, very thin, but it's more pointed on the sides and wider here, so it's easier to blend your contour. Next I have the Spotted. This is like a concealer brush. This was very difficult to clean. This and the foundation brush, they were very difficult to clean, and I needed to wash them again and again, and still they look a bit stained, and I want to wash them. It is, as the other eye brushes, a bit less sturdier and thinner, and I didn't love this one. This is maybe my least, I have a hair here that I cannot take it out, but this is maybe my least favorite from the whole bunch, together with the brows one, and I just didn't fall in love with it. It's not bad, but it's not, I mean, it's not as dense as I would like it for a concealer brush, and yet it is dense. I'm not in love with that. Next I have the Crease Proof. So this is a crease brush. Certainly you can feel maybe this is one of the flimsier ones, and this is a nice brush. It was easy to clean. It looks very, very similar with the contour one, and they just have a different shape. I like this one quite a lot, and I enjoyed using it, but I prefer the face brushes than the eye brushes, because I'm afraid that I will break the eye brushes. This is the Strobe Alert. So this is a fan brush. This is for your highlighter. I know these are the best brushes to put highlighter, but I don't love them so much. And I like this one a lot. I don't like fan brushes in general so much, and I used it a lot. And because usually you do very delicate movements with this kind of brushes, then although this is also quite thin, I don't feel like it will break, so I was pleased with this. Next I have the foundation brush. So this performed better than I thought. It's a flat foundation brush, and it's called Buff Up. It's really nicely made. I didn't have any problems with setting. It feels quite sturdy. It looks very beautiful. My problem is that you can see it's already stained. I washed it twice, and the second time it was so difficult for me to take the foundation out, and I don't know what I will do. I mean, it feels clean, it smells clean, but still I'm sure that the color will very soon stain. And the whole point of these brushes is mainly how beautiful they look. If you don't like how they look, don't get them just because they are nice brushes. I mean, my whole point here is that they look amazing. I love how they look. Do they also perform, or are they just to look at? And this is the Barefaced Blush. So this is the blush brush. This is a very nice brush. I love the shape. I love how it performs. They're all very, very soft. And the last one is the On Cloud Glitter. So this supposedly is for eyeshadow and glitter placement. This is an eyeshadow brush. Again, very thin and flimsy, but nicely made for the hair. So in total, does it worth it? I mean, this was not very cheap. So if you just want beautiful looking brushes like that, I think you can find some similar ones on eBay. I love this. I'm happy. This is one of the best presents I have got because I love the packaging and I really like how this look. I don't like copies, even like the Tarte ones, that they are more expensive, that they have the colored hair and the gold farrels. I like these ones the most that every ones I have seen. And they have also made some similar ones from Unicorn Lashes. I like these ones. These are my favorite ones. So these, the original ones for me, are the most beautiful ones, and the packaging and everything, they came amazingly beautiful. I think this is something that you can use if you want, but I would not use them as my main brushes because then I think the eye brushes will break, and then I also think that they will stain and they would not look so beautiful. So I think they worth the money. It's something that I would purchase for myself if I didn't get them as a present, because I think it's certainly a beautiful decoration in my collection. But I also think that they are they're not user friendly, but it's something that you can certainly use, but it needs a lot of care, and no one wants to pay so much attention when they put on their makeup so that the brush will not break, I guess. So take this with a grain of salt. If you are absolutely in love with the packaging and you just want these brushes, but you just hope that they are not completely shit, they are not. They are nicely made brushes, they are not cheap, they don't feel cheap, they just very delicate. But if you are, I'm not so sold on this and I'm searching for something that I will use every single day, this is not the correct thing for you to get. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. Let me know if you have tried any of these products and what do you think about them. And I guess next week I will have most probably an empties video, because I have seen my empties bag filling and filling and filling, and I really need to get rid of this garbage soon. So until then, be well and many, many kisses. Bye bye.